Hi guys. So imagine my surprise when I realized it has been almost a month and a half and I still haven't caught up with anybody, and I am really super behind at posting. So on August 13th, I passed my insurance exam as much as I was sweating, and I actually am, according to the state of Washington, a life and health insurance agent. So there's that. I passed, I got 127 questions out of 150. So I was kind of like, I don't know if that's any good. It's not the 86% that the lady who was coaching me was hoping for, but I got an 83%, so I passed by well over 13%, which is a good thing. The company that I did all this for offered me a contract, so I have been cramming ever since. Like literally 4 days after that, I was given all kinds of assignments, a couple of which I still haven't been able to complete because I am literally cramming all the information they're giving me. When I go to talk to people, the wording and everything has to be so exact. So for like the last, oh gosh, 20 some odd days, I have been trying to cram this and get it right and sweating over it like you wouldn't believe. Now, the great thing is the company that I'm with is like super supportive. I mean, like the support system is outrageous. It is crazy insane. Everybody wants you to do well. And of course, you know me, I'm used to the corporate mentality of somebody's always got a knife and they're always ready to stab you so it can help them. Well, it doesn't help them if they do that here. Your success is everybody else's success. I mean, literally everybody else's success is based on yours. So I have like a tier of people that are above me. The lady who coaches me, she's only been on for like 5 months. She's freaking phenomenal. She's phenomenal. And she said what I have to learn is super important. But like the first week that I had the information, I did it all wrong. I tried to do it all at once. And she was like, oh, no, 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 no. Break it down into bits. These are the most important parts. This is what you really have to know. You know, when you introduce yourself to people, when you are tying up the contract, this is some of the most important bits. This is what you need to know. The rest of this, I mean, they have programs that are intuitive and everything. I mean, it's freaking great. But you know me, I mean, I can memorize a song like you wouldn't believe. I still know my last 4 phone numbers. I can remember my address from when I was 14 years old. I have worked at companies where there are scripts that you don't have to memorize, and I have memorized them like that. But I guess for some reason this information that I have, I just can't seem to absorb it. So I finally asked her like a couple of days ago, I'm like, oh my gosh, has anybody ever gotten this 100% or not gotten this 100% when they went to go be released? Because I have my agent number. She did a sale for me so that my number could be coded. It could be seen by the system. It was a whole like $72. But beyond that, I mean, it's still $72, which is more than needed right now. So she got me in. It's just like literally 3 days from now, I'm due to be released. And I am terrified. Like the guy who hired me is one of those who just side eyes. You know what I mean? It seems everybody's terrified of him because he's hardcore, and he's just like that with everybody. But everybody else, I mean, even he, to an extent, I mean, he's like super nice. He's just like super strict. But everybody else is like wonderful. I mean, I love these people already. And they behave like a family. They all know about each other. It's freaking awesome. So It's, it's really super scary. I am terrified. I still have 2 tests that I have to pass that I was literally scheduled to pass like a couple weeks ago, but all this was happening so fast. They were like, okay, wow, you probably, since you don't have your binder, you don't have any of that, we've sent you a virtual one. We don't expect you to actually be able to answer these immediately. So I've got that much going for me. But like I said, I've been cramming all this information. It's like 7 pages of information, and you have to be like spot on with just about everything. It's all laid out for you, but you have to be spot on. And so I already did a video doing a presentation, and I know it was a huge miss, but what my coach said that she liked was that I just kept going. She was like, that's the trick, that's the key. Whoever it is you're talking to, they're not realizing you're missing anything. You realize you missed something, but they don't realize it. Now, what's so terrible is that today I was supposed to turn in another video for her, and the day got away from me. I mean, it was just one of those days. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. Plus, they have an award ceremony that everybody signed up for tomorrow that I have to have in. So I'm going to have to tell her in the middle of the award ceremony, oh, shoot, this is the reason why this didn't get done. And then get it done and get it turned in. And then cram some more, which is literally all I have been doing, has been cramming this. So, I mean, I have been bad, and I have taken periodic breaks just because my brain just gets overwhelmed. It really does. And I am beyond nervous. Now, what kills me is that nobody is going to be mad at me if I don't get it done, like, when they go to release me. They'll just set off my release date. But half my problem is the fact that we're literally tapped out. I mean, we're tapped out. Rent was due 7 days ago. But whereas my landlord's rather cool, his wife kind of isn't. So that means I need to come up with 2 months worth of rent probably by the end of this month. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. Plus I have car payments and everything else that's coming out of my ass. So that's loads of fun to think about, and it's kind of putting a lot of pressure on. The bad thing is that half the reason why I'm here is not just to make sales, but to actually help people. Now, the great thing is that they're all people who have requested the help. They've all made this request. Or they've all said, oh yeah, when somebody else signed them up for it, oh yeah, I definitely want to take a look into this. The problem is there's so many of these requests. For some people, it's been a while and they don't really remember. So that kind of makes things a little bit difficult. Then there's the fact that they want me to recruit people so that we can get more of the work done. Yeah. So, I mean, you get people underneath you, but at the same time, they have like loads of work. And whereas I love that, for me, it's just the whole crunch factor. Now, this is a company that's been around forever. I mean, they take care of unions. That's all they take care of, is just unions. Unions and their families. Unions, their families. Some programs can extend to their friends, but 9 times out of 10, it is union. And so, that's awesome, being able to help, families that work in unions. They work like 43,000 of them. I didn't even know there were that many unions in the United States of America and Canada, but it turns out there is. And it's a really awesome company, and everybody's really, really rah. Everybody wants you to do well. They all push you to do well. So half of the pressure that you feel is you on yourself. And of course, you know me. I learned the whole entire concept first. I've got the idea. It's just getting in the rest of it. And I usually have no problems being able to remember certain things, but because I have to remember it, I'm having a little bit more difficulty with it. So this is the reason why you have not seen me in almost a month and a half. Because literally all I've been doing is just trying to cram this. First it was the test, now it's this other stuff, and it's just it's slightly insane, and I am more than a little nervous because once I'm released, that's it. I start making phone calls, setting up appointments, and start trying to do this. Um, I'm still learning a lot of their systems and how they do things and when they do them. And they give criticism, and I mean, it's constructive. It's not, oh, hey, you should have, or anything like that. It's like, oh, well, you may want to word it like this, or when you go to do your presentation, this is when you share your screen, this is when you don't. So that you can put in the paperwork, remember to, to keep the conversation warm, keep them engaged, and just, do what you have to do. And there's like so many people that are like such rock stars in like such a short amount of time. And I'm quite well aware that I am 42 years old. I am literally launching into a new career. Whether or not I'm successful is all on me. And everybody says I'm doing great, but at the same time, I remember the last time people told me I was doing great, and then all of a sudden I wound up out on my ass. Even though no, that wasn't my fault. I know that logically. I know that it was literally a vendetta set against me because I was the newest person there, and they had to look strong. Still, at the same time, I guess it gave me way more anxiety than I thought it would. So hubby's still kind of pissed about that. So I'm just more than a little nervous. Like I said, the guy I'm supposed to present to intimidates the holy hell out of me. I still have a lot more cramming to do besides, the wordage and everything else that I need to learn. I still need to be able to get those 2 tests done. I have scenarios that I have to do on the programs to make sure I have them down. And I have to have all of that done within the next 3 days. So even though technically today is a holiday, it won't be for me. Not only do we have the awards thing, but immediately after that, I'm going to be going in and trying to see if I can get the rest of this jammed in. I mean, it's insane, and I'm having loads of fun, but at the same time, the anxiety is just killing me. Because I realize, by the time, even when I get this worked out, I have to set aside enough money to be able to pay taxes. You have to be able to do that quarterly. I have like so many things that I haven't even gotten to yet that I realize are highly involved in part of this whole process. So that's kind of scaring me. It's just a whole new, I've never done anything like this before. And I know once I get it down, I'll be fine. I'll actually find that I have more time and I will be able to do things. But it's like literally, it seems my whole entire life is consumed with this right now. I can't think of anything else. And whenever I do try to step away, I literally have no energy. And I just have to like decompress, and I can't even think. Like literally today was just insane because I didn't spend any time cramming. So now I'm concerned, did I lose any of this information? It's that nuts. And then there's the fact that, yeah, we are pretty much tapped out. So I can't pay my rent for this month. That's not anxiety inducing at all. And I can't pay for my car payment. That's not anxiety inducing at all. I've got every other bill taken care of, which is awesome, but the rest is pretty much anxiety inducing. So I'm just a little bit freaked out and got a lot of pressure. And you can't go at this like a salesperson because it just doesn't work. You're there to help people. You make money off of helping people, but that is not the main reason why you were there. And this is a mentality I completely understand, but I'm also at crunch time. So, yeah. Like I said, landlord's cool. His wife, not really. But I know that I will make it. We always do. I know that we will pull through and that things will come out okay, and I will be able to do this, and I will pass, and I will be released, and I will have a whole new reason to be terrified. My first 10 sits are probably going to be like outrageously insane, and I'm probably going to like completely lose my shit by the time it's over. But I also realize that by the time I hit 20, I'll be okay. That a lot of this comes with time, and it comes with practice, and it comes with just being able to know what it is you're doing and how it is you're doing it. I mean, I've met people who literally 5-6 months ago were in the same boat that I'm in right now. The lady who is coaching me was in the same position that I'm in right now 5-6 months ago. So, and she was like, I remember what it was like. A guy who's like a major superstar of the company, who's been doing this for well over a decade, he was like, I remember what it was like. I remember how I struggled with this much information. I remember going, oh my God, what am I going to do? I have no idea what's going on. Even when I get this information down, there's like a plethora of other things that I have to, you know, then get the knowledge for and retain and be able to implement. And he was like, I was completely terrified, but you know what? It's okay. We all get through it. And I just have to keep that in mind, that I need to be patient with me, and I can do this. So tomorrow I am going to be creating this video and putting it out to my mentor. I am going to be cramming for my test to make sure that I actually have those down. And then I am going to make sure that I am ready for the celebration. And then after I cram for my test and I cram the rest of the knowledge I'm supposed to have, then I'm just going to try to prep myself as best as possible for being released and getting my own leads, and then trying to actually launch this and make it work. So, as always, guys, I know I'm running over again. I really hope to be able to catch up with everybody soon. Oh my God, I miss you guys. Trust me, I would rather be hanging out with you than cramming all of this. I've just got to keep it together and keep pushing, and, you know, do all my practice tests and study for my 2, you know, actual tests, and then make sure I have everything ready for that last one for being released. The worst that can happen is I don't actually qualify for release, and I have to wait another week. Still not the most fun thing in the world, but something that can be done. But either way, I am thinking of you guys. Gosh, I didn't even realize a month and a half had passed. It has been that freaking crazy, that much of a blur. But I want you all to know that I do miss you. I miss you so much. I can't wait to actually catch up with all of you guys again. I apologize for taking so long to get to you and let you know what's going on. I am anxious and terrified and overwhelmed, and yeah, one day I know things will shuffle out and then we'll get back to normal. I haven't even mentioned school. My gosh, my kiddos are technically back in school. Of course, they are all online. My eldest hasn't even started yet. That's how long it's taking. He originally was supposed to be in one high school, but since he went all online, they shifted him to a different high school. It's insane. My youngest trying to figure out his schedule is a huge pain in the ass. I mean, supposedly it's all in his calendar, but be fucked if I can find it. I mean, it's that insane. Trying to get this poor kid set up to make sure he's where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be. Yeah, it's a serious hardcore learning curve. Other than that, we are pretty contented. Poor hubby found a job, was on for a week, and then I guess he was too efficient because they didn't have any more work for him. So he was on it for about a week and a half, actually. They put him in another job. He was there for 3 days. Once again was a little bit too efficient, and they were like, we don't have any more work for him, but can he come back next week? And I'm like, oh my God. So we're looking for him again, just because this hit and miss shit just isn't doing it. So keep your fingers crossed for us. Send some good vibes my way. Everybody else thinks that I have this nailed, and you know me and my extreme just lack of confidence and sheer nervous wreckery. Um, yeah, it has been a rough ride so far, and it looks like it's going to be rough for a little while longer. So just keep your fingers crossed for me. Know that I love you all. I think of you each and every day. Um, I will try to answer as soon as I can and as fast as I can if my brain will let me. But just know that in the meantime, I think of you. I can't wait to catch up with all of you. Leave me anything important in the comments, in the links. Please do. Oh my gosh. I want to be able to catch up. Just know that I do love you. I miss you all terribly. I think of you all the time. And until I actually pull my head back up, breathe, and go, oh shit, and post again, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. And keep sending the good vibes, guys.